Virginia Woolf was a novelist, essayist, biographer, feminist, and one of the foremost modernists of the 20th century. She was born in England on January 25, 1882, and was educated by private tutors in her parents' literate and well-connected household. Virginia suffered several breakdowns and depression periods that were influenced by both the death of members of her family and by the sexual abuse to which she and her sister were subjected by their half-brothers. Woolf began writing professionally in 1900, and her first novel, The Voyage Out, was published in 1915. Virginia began to teach English literature and history at an adult education college in London, in addition to writing articles and reviews for publications, including The Guardian, The Times Literary Supplement, and the National Review. This writer is considered a major innovator in the English language. In her works, she experimented with stream of consciousness and emotional motives of characters. However, her reputation declined after World War II, but her importance was re-established with the growth of feminist criticism in the 1970s. Highly significant is the fact that while her two brothers were sent to Cambridge, Virginia did not have the chance to have formal education. This condition had an important impact in her later works, considering the admiration she had for strong women and the growing dislike for men's domination in society. She later resented the degradation of women in a patriarchal society, banking even on her own father. Virginia wrote extensively on the problem of women's access to the learned professions, such as academia, the church, the law, and medicine, a problem that was exacerbated by women's exclusion from Oxford and Cambridge.
But what was the purpose of this modernist and feminist writer? Woolf concerned herself with the question of women's equality with men in marriage, and the problem of equality of access to goods that have traditionally been monopolized by men. However, her literary criticism indicates two other concerns of later feminism: the reclaiming of a female tradition of writing and the deconstruction of gender difference. When reading Woolf's book and essays, we can identify how she developed a vast idea on what the role of women in society was, mostly on how they were, or sometimes still are, discriminated from education and professions. Virginia herself suffered this harm, allowing her to have an exceptional closer opinion on the matter, or as the leader said, these unique circumstances qualify her to speak on the subject of educational equality for girls, and her contributions to these issues are paramount. In her extended essay, A Room of One's Own, Virginia articulated her own feminist theory and position, famously claiming that a woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. Principally, Virginia focused on linking girls' education with the writing ability, since she stated that writing fiction was inherently connected with being educated. The only way women can live their lives being themselves is by achieving a world that with the same opportunities that men, and having access to equal rights free of all pretensions.
Even though Woolf's critiques on women writing happened almost a century ago, not much has changed till now. In 2013, The Guardian published a research made by an American organization for women in the literary arts called VITA, which analyzed the reviews and bylines in a cluster of publications annually for the last 3 years in an attempt to highlight the huge imbalance between male and female authors and reviewers. According to their numbers, little has changed since 2010, revealing that publications including the London Review of Books, the Times Literary Supplement, and the New Yorker all show a considerable bias towards men. Only 30% of reviewers were women, with 27% of books reviewed written by them. Furthermore, as long as education refers, major adjustments have been made through the years, but still aren't enough. Despite progress in recent years, girls continue to suffer severe disadvantage and exclusion in education systems throughout their lives. An estimated 31 million girls of primary school age and 32 million girls of lower secondary school age were out of school in 2013. As we can see, Virginia Woolf had a perceptive mind, accurate for pointing out these problems in a context that did not allow people to think beyond their comfort zone. The critical view that she had of education made of her a persistent woman who was involved in various activism projects and met with world leaders in order to raise awareness of the equality of both genders. Nowadays, feminism has developed a range of sophisticated approaches to reading literary works, and critics have recognized the importance of Woolf's leading role in modern feminist criticism.